Pride at home.
Well, Saturday night, there was fun and food and conversation to be had at the Sheraton Maui Resort and Spa. All 8 teams attending a luau and also participating in traditional Hawaiian hula as sort of a competition, I guess you could say. I don't know, maybe sending traditional hula back a few centuries there. But also, they participated in a cornhole contest, and Chaminade's Dantley Walker and Masa Swain were the winners of that one.
Tell you what, you got to give these kids credit. There is no shame. You saw in that dance contest, guys didn't have their shirts on last night. TJ Gibbs wore a bikini top with a grass skirt as part of the finals of the dance contest. And I must say, he looked pretty good. Not bad. No.
Well, LSU not looking too bad offensively. They're 50% from the floor, 5 of 10 here so far, leading 13-9 here. Final game of day 1 of the Maui Jim Maui Invitational. Notre Dame awaits the winner of this one in tomorrow's semifinal. And a nice-looking entry pass and finish by Aaron
Great
Epps.
inbounds play. Epps took the ball out, threw it over the top, got a cross screen from Reef, and just lifted up and made a good back cut here.
Yeah, that's Ibi Watson and the find by Jerron Simmons.
Yeah, pretty good by Simmons. Important for Michigan that Simmons gets comfortable because he can go score it, he can pass it, and he's quick.
These are 2 very offensive-minded programs, as it has been here in recent seasons, but the poke away defensively there by the Wolverines. Here's Teskey. Gets it back on the relocation. Abdur-Rahman getting stuck with it. 3 seconds to shoot. Someone's got a hoist. That went off the heel out of the palm of Simmons.
That was a bad possession because Michigan didn't have anybody cutting into the lane. It was all left and right, not north and south. Michigan, when running good offense, will cut to the basket and play through.
And here's a poke away and steal. Abdur-Rahman.
Well, I tell you what, LSU is quick getting back in the defensive end.
Here's Watson. A little long there.
Got to make. It's one thing to make them at 3 o'clock in the afternoon in practice. You got to make them in the evening. You got to make them when the big, bright lights come on. And Watson had a great look.
Michigan right now 1 for 6 from beyond the arc. LSU has hit 3 of 4. Make that 3 of 5.
What a great block out by Simmons. Simmons just took Epps out of there off of a switch.
Meanwhile, Isaiah Livers goes strong from deep. A lot of 3-point attempts from Michigan, although this one inside the arc from Abdur-Rahman also misses. So some shooting struggles here for the Wolverines early.
Yeah, even though Abdur-Rahman looked open, he was fumbling with the basketball.
Trying to set up Reef down low, working against Teskey, goes to the left hand. The follow-up slam by Epps.
John Beilein not happy. Abdur-Rahman did not block out. He got caught on a switch and got caught watching the ball. Epps went to the rim. Epps has had a big factor. Been a big factor. Nice back cut.
Yeah, Epps getting caught on the back door there as Livers, freshman from Kalamazoo, Michigan, able to finish easily at the rim.
One thing I've noticed with you and me, when I compliment somebody, they immediately make a mistake a second later.
Mays, that one high off the heel and a good tap out by Epps. Epps giving them some good first half minutes here.
Yeah, really good. He messed up on the back cut, but he has been terrific on the offensive end. Getting ready for a line change here.
Yeah, mass substitutions awaiting in front of the official scorer's table, and there's a Reef finishing underneath.
So good. A little cross screen. Edwards on the really well timed. Ball went to the right baseline. Little cross screen inside. Terrific job, Will Wade and his staff, setting up their bigs.
So a 19-13 advantage here for LSU. Watson the stop and pop. Loose ball out of bounds. It belongs to LSU.
You got to help big guys. Everybody thinks you just put a big guy on a block. Watch, the ball's going to go to the corner. Little cross screen right there. Boom. Epps just reads it. No, I'm sorry. Reith just reads it. Teskey goes over it. You never go over a cross screen inside. You always go under. When you go over, it gives a passing lane. Cross screen with bigs, the big has to go under defensively.
LSU shooting 50% from the floor compared to 35 so far for the Wolverines. Here's Waters, the step back, not there. I'm not sure if it drew any contact with the rim.
Michigan has to get Wagner and Robinson going.
Both back onto the floor after that last mass substitution.
He had Wagner, he missed it.
Here's Matthews with under 10 to shoot. Stared at by Sims. Tough turnaround shot.
I'll tell you what, LSU is so different than what they've been in the past couple of years. Ben Simmons, no Ben Simmons. LSU is tough.
On Saturday during the practice held here in Lahaina Civic Center, Will Wade and the Tigers spending a good 30 minutes of the allotted 2 hours just working defensive ball screen action.
Yeah, you have to against Michigan. You have to be able to do two things. You have to get around the wide pin down screen, and you have to be able to get through ball screen. No.
Reith does not get it off in time, so a defensive stand put in by the Wolverines. And that gets us to a timeout. 7:03 left to play here in the first half in beautiful Lahaina, Maui.
Apparently plane travel's become so expensive that ESPN expects us to get there a different way. We'll be in Portland in no time for the PK80. Hold the tip.
Well, when they do finally get there, coverage of the PK80 presented by State Farm will start Thursday with quarterfinal action from the victory bracket. We'll see 2 top 10 teams there. 4th-ranked Michigan State against DePaul, and number 9 North Carolina will go up against Portland.
Yeah, I don't know that Miles Bridges is going to play. Tom Izzo says he's tough, and if he's able to play, they're going to play him, but certainly they're not going to take any chances with a guy that's going to be a lottery pick. Miles Bridges is terrific. That's a great bracket. You know, North Carolina, Joe Barry's back playing. Michigan here needs to get something offensively. 1 for 7 from the three-point line. Again, no Mo Wagner, and Sampson is doing a great job chasing Duncan Robinson everywhere.
Here's Wagner with deep position, is able to move Reith out of the way.
Well, he held on to the ball, kept it on his left side, and used his hip. You have to use your lower body against bigs. You can't use your upper body, and Wagner did a great job taking his time.
Here's Waters. Nifty with that handle, that's for sure.
Plays with his head up.
Although as he tried to curl that bounce pass into Reith, it sails wide and out of bounds.
All right, kids, you get the ball in the block. Don't just shoot it. Take your time. See how he uses hip? He uses hip, his arm. Take your time. You have the ball in a great spot. You don't have to be in a hurry. Wagner took his time, got a bucket. I thought he might shoot that.
Instead, they set up Wagner in the post. Tried to find a cutting Matthews, lost it on the way up.
Yeah, you know what? John Beilein is staying positive, but Matthews just got sped up. The defensive pressure of LSU has sped Michigan up a little bit, just a little bit uncomfortable offensively. That's why I think Wagner's got to come to the top of the key and shoot against Reith. I think that's an easy spot for them, or against Combs.
Four-point advantage here for LSU. Waters, that is from Ka'anapali, and he knocks it in.
I don't even know where that is. I just know it's not close to here. Wow, he is one of the truly great freshmen early in this basketball season, man. He is fearless.
Averaging 16 a game. Wagner the response.
Has to. That's what I'm saying. That's the one area where they can get a shot. Combs did not get out on Wagner. He had a shot previous possession. That's a go-to.
Just the second made triple this young season for Mo Wagner.
Yeah, he has not at all shot the ball well.
And a reach and foul called against Matthews. That's his first.
Hey, I think this might be from Peoria, Illinois. I don't know about Conopy. Look at how deep this is. That is just out there. And this is a freshman, peoples. Now, Mo Wagner, you see Combs is helping off, late getting out. That hand just acts as a sight of a gun. Doesn't do anything to Wagner at all.
Number 14, Randy Onwasser, out there for LSU, but it's Sampson losing the ball out of bounds right in front of the Michigan bench.
Well, Duncan Robinson hasn't been able to get a bucket, but he did play defense right there. Wagner was involved as well. Look at Wagner showing his hands and knocking the ball.
LSU, Dan, already with 8 turnovers. They average just 9 turnovers per game. Coming in.
He loves it. He loves playing at that high post and driving it left, and he'll go behind his back left to right or right to left, or he'll shoot it. Everything else for Michigan has been a struggle offensively. They're going to get something out of Wagner if they continue to move him around in the middle of the floor.
Xavier Simpson inbounds and out in front. Hard drive by Abdul Rahman, and he's fouled by Onwasser.
Onwasser looked like, what are you talking about, ref? There hasn't been a more blatant foul in this early basketball season than what just happened there. In some states, that's a felony. And he looked like, what are you talking about?
First on Onwasser. Both teams with 5 team fouls, so nobody in the bonus just yet. Fairly tempered offensive affair so far. Wagner.
It came off his hand a little bit, kind of popped out.
How about the offensive board, though, by Muhammad Ali Abdul Rahman. A steal, though, by Sampson. Looking to force the issue, goes right into Duncan Robinson, and a blocking foul is called.
Well, Duncan Robinson played that really well. I mean, really well. He got back, showed his hands. He was just moving a little bit sideways. But bad pass. Sampson has been terrific in this game. Doesn't really have any numbers, but a good call by the referees. But, man, has he been good. He has taken Duncan Robinson out of the game. He's been in the right spot. He's moved the basketball. Now he goes to the line.
Second foul on Robinson. First free throw good from Sampson. Maybe the most experienced returnee if you include games started. Started 26 of 31 last year. Scored 20 or more 4 times, and he's coming off of a 20.8 rebound performance in the win over Samford.
Yeah, he was really good. And Samford's no joke. Now, they were missing a couple of their players, but they had 4 guys back that were double-figure scores last year. And, man, LSU just came out and attacked them, got up early, and stayed that way. I really like this LSU team. I just think that between what that guy's doing with the mentality and the athletic ability and the addition of Waters, gives them the opportunity to have a special kind of year.
Well, when he was hired, Will Wade referred to this LSU program as a sleeping giant, saying, hey, look, there's a history here, right? 4 Final Four appearances. You have some legendary players that have been through the program. He says it's been a down stretch here in recent history, but so much potential as Sampson rises up, can't hit the 3.
Well, I'll tell you 2 other things. They have great AAU programs in the state of Louisiana with kids that know how to play, athletic.
Oh, the block as Skylar Mays turns Abdul Rahman back the other way. 3:52 left to play in the first half. LSU up by half a dozen.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Lowe's. Hurry in today for huge savings on all things winter. And Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Hardest thing in sports is to replace a legend. Bill Walton was here last year. Now it's Stan Dockage. That ain't good for anybody but me.
I'll go on record and say it's good for me too, partner.
All
Last
right.
game of our day 1 coverage of the 2017 Maui Jim Maui Invitational. More action coming your way tomorrow. We got 4 games, including the 2 semifinals, starting at 1:30 Eastern. That's 8:30 a.m. in Hawaii. As Marquette and 6th-ranked Wichita State will tip off at 8:30 a.m. here on Maui.